So you're deep in your Montessori training, right? You're surrounded by all these incredible materials and these really profound ideas. But what about the people? What about connecting with others who are on this exact same pretty intense journey? Well, today we're going to talk all about that. How to build your professional community from day one using what we're calling the digital Montessori circle.
Montessori training it's just unlike anything else. It's this incredibly immersive, transformative process. It demands so much focus, so much dedication, and this kind of deep personal work you might not have seen coming. It's a path you're walking with a ton of passion, for sure, but sometimes that path can feel a little lonely.
Let me just ask you straight up, does that question hit home? You might be in a cohort, yeah, but so much of the actual work, getting the philosophy in your bones, mastering the materials, writing those giant albums, it all happens when you're on your own. It is completely 100% normal to feel a bit isolated in the middle of all that amazing, intense learning. And wow, this slide just nails that gap that can happen. We go in with this expectation of a buzzing, collaborative community, sharing every single aha moment. But the reality? It's often long hours of solo practice and hitting the books. That dream of constant inspiration from your peers can sometimes get replaced by this feeling of being, disconnected. If that's you, I promise you are not the only one.
But here is the really good news. We live in a world that is more connected than ever. And that feeling of isolation, it does not have to be your reality. The solution isn't to change the training itself. It's about stretching our idea of what a community can even be. And this is where a really powerful concept comes into play.
Okay, let's talk about the digital Montessori circle. Now, this isn't just another social media group you scroll through. Think of it more like an intentional, hand-picked network of your people. It's a space that's full of other trainees, experienced mentors, and recent grads who know exactly what you're going through. And they're there to share resources, give advice, and offer some real, genuine encouragement.
I just love this way of putting it. It's your virtual staff room. It's that place you can just pop into after a long day of practice to ask a question about the binomial cube, or share a little win with your material making, or just find someone who gets it. It's a whole support system, and it's right there in your pocket, anytime you need it.
All right, so the idea sounds great, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you go from feeling kind of disconnected to being a real part of this amazing digital community? Honestly, it is so much simpler than you might think. Let's break it down.
It really just comes down to 4 pretty straightforward steps. First, you've got to find the right spots online. Then, and this part is key, you take some time to just listen and learn the vibe of the group. After that, you can start sharing your own experiences, even the small stuff. And finally, you start actively connecting with people and adding to the conversation. See? It's a really natural move from watching to actually participating. So, for step 1, where do you even start looking? Easy. Look for dedicated Montessori groups on places like Facebook, maybe LinkedIn, or other professional forums. A little tip. Use specific search terms like Montessori trainee or even the name of your training organization. The goal is just to find those places where these great conversations are already happening.
And here's the best part. The little bit of effort you put in right now is going to pay off for your entire career. Seriously, this is not just some temporary fix for feeling lonely during training. What you're actually doing is building the foundation of your professional network, your future support system.
I mean, look at these long-term benefits. We're talking about people sharing brilliant classroom ideas and resources, getting real advice from peers when you're facing a tough situation, finding mentors who can guide you. These groups are also one of the first places you'll see job postings pop up. And maybe the best part of all, you're building real, lifelong friendships with people who share your passion for this incredible work.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Every single question you ask, every bit of encouragement you give someone, every connection you make online today, it's like you're laying another brick in the foundation of your entire career. This isn't just networking, it's building a community. Which brings us to one last, really important question. Think of it as a call to action. Don't just wait to feel connected, start creating those connections yourself. Look around your online world, find those people who get it, and start building. So, who will you invite into your circle today?